What does that say? I should have a second cup of coffee, I think. Here to commemorate with us and hopefully share his insight on how he helped to bring this process to fruition, I would like to provide a warm welcome and invite Congressman Dan Lundgren up to the podium to say a few words.
Thank you very much, Pat. My mom always told me that when I was speaking, I was supposed to look around and see who was there, but that's all right. I understand that. First of all, I'd like to thank the Honor Guard for gracing us with your presence and for your service to our country and your representation here of those who are serving our country today. Thank you very much. It is a pleasure to be here. It's also nice to be here when it's not quite as cold as I think when we had the groundbreaking, and it is always fun to be home. I wasn't sure I could make this. We were supposed to have votes today, and they canceled them yesterday afternoon to allow us to get back in our district, so I appreciate that. This is kind of fun being here because we managed to get a request for funds in what was known as the 2005 Safety Lou Transportation Infrastructure bill in the Congress. And what you have to do there is to present to your colleagues in the Congress requests that you believe have merit and that I've always said have a federal nexus. And in this regard, this is funds coming back to the districts that have been paid for by the constituents. Every time you buy some gasoline, you pay a federal tax that goes into the Federal Highway Trust Fund, and we try and make sure that that is distributed in a meaningful way. And one of the highest priorities I have in considering those requests before we make them is safety. And there is no doubt that Highway 99 has served a great purpose in this state. I remember as a kid driving up Highway 99 with my parents on many occasions, and unfortunately, in many cases, it looks exactly the same as it was when I was a child growing up, with the same on-ramps and exit ways. And we know those are not sufficient for today's needs. Frankly, that's one of the reasons why I've joined with other members of Congress, Democrat and Republican, in California to have 99 designated as an interstate highway. I think that would allow us in some ways to get more funds, but it also would require us to make some changes that would be better in terms of both transportation and safety. And so I'm proud of the fact that we actually see this coming to fruition. The federal government put in several millions of dollars, but most of the money has come from the people of the state and the people of this county who've decided that, yes, they would be willing to tax themselves for purposes that they think are absolutely essential here. And this is an example of the kind of cooperation that we see that really works between local government, regional government, state government, and the federal government. And so I'm very pleased to have been a small part of it, to have worked with the people in the city here, as well as the county, to make this day possible. And as one who uses this route on occasion, I'm happy to see it come about, because not only is it safer, but it certainly allows us to move around much more quickly. So thank you very much for the chance to be here, and I shall never forget you, Pat.